Hello and welcome to the TMN Sports Podcast here at Fort Hays State University. My name is Mayan Paz. I'm a 400 hurdler on the track and field team and a junior in the political science department here at Fort Hays. We will have a panel of different TMN sports broadcasters and reporters every week. Today we have Garrett Wellbrock and Austin Meyer, and we will discuss the weekly events that go around Fort Hays State University, the MIAA, and also the NCAA Division II. Today, we'll also have an interview with two men's soccer players from the Fort Hays team, midfielder Joseph Street and striker Bastian Carlman, that came to do the interview. And we'll start with a short introduction of each. So, Joseph, tell us where you're from, how old are you, what year are you in school, and what major are you in?
I'm from Oviedo, Florida, just outside of Orlando. I'm 21, criminal justice major.
Name, Bastian?
Yeah, my name is Bastian Carlman. I'm from Sweden. I'm 20 years old.
So I guess I first want to ask you guys, how did you guys aren't from anywhere near here, so how did you guys end up at Fort Hays State? You know, did coach come knocking on your door, or like how did that all work out?
I played against coach at my previous school, and then when I happened to jump into the portal, coach saw that and reached out, and now I'm here.
Yeah, for me, as an foreign, it's a little bit longer of a process. But yeah, he reached out to me. I got a good connection with him, and decided to come here.
And so I'll ask you, Joseph, first. You said about the transfer portal, and I think a lot of people are interested in that. Transfer portal is very active lately in the NCAA. In sports like track or stuff like that, you can have the time of a person, and obviously you can go and read stats of a soccer player. But then how did you have any tapes of your games and stuff to send the coaches to like show you your style fits the game plan here?
Yeah, so most people make a highlight video. I did sent it out to the schools that I wanted to, but with coach it was a little different. He reached out to me. But I still, you made a highlight video, and that's kind of how you get recruited out of it.
Yeah, so you came from Warner University. What's some differences that you've noticed just from like your time here, short time here, but like do you feel like there's differences, similarities? What have you noticed?
Yeah, I mean, definitely big differences. We weren't as competitive as at Warner as here, so I think definitely like coaching staff here, like they want us to win and they put the time in to back it up, and which is a big thing for me coming from a school that didn't win. So that was probably like my biggest like notice.
Okay, so Bastian, international, coming from Sweden. First of all, why did you decide to go to college here?
I mean, I just wanted to have like a different opportunity, see what else, like how soccer was in a different part of the world. And when I saw the opportunity to go to college, I said like I could just take it, see it as more an adventure, and of course play soccer and as a more professional level as well.
Did you have professional level opportunities in Sweden?
I did, yeah. But for me, as I said, I got a good connection with coach. I wanted to get out of Sweden as well to see how I could combine my studies with my soccer on a professional level, as that part in Sweden is a bit harder to combine both of those.
So was it ever hard for you to just make the transition, not to just play soccer here, but just to come to America from Sweden, leaving your family?
Of course, leaving your family for the first time is always hard. And of course, it's a big difference, the culture. I mean, Hayes is not like what I'm used to back in Sweden. I'm used to a bigger city, here is very flat and everything. And to get used to everything, the wind, the weather, to play is a big difference. And of course, not having your family that close to you is also a big.
So let's talk about soccer a little bit. You guys came early in the season in terms of the semester. You start play very early. So how do you connect the team so fast in terms of practice?
Yeah, I think for us, we're from all over the world, so Bastian's from Sweden, I'm from America, so we got guys from Spain, Senegal, so there's definitely different styles of play, but I think the big thing for us is we all came like bought into what coach's style was, and so I feel like that attributes a lot to our success. Is how bought in we were with that style and just went for it right away.
Yeah, I mean, everybody is here for the same reason. Like, we want to win. Everybody is very competitive, and we all had the same goal to win the nationals. And of course, that also brings us closer together as a unit.
So yeah, I used to play baseball here, and so I kind of understand, how a season can go and how long it really is. And for you guys, you started so early. You're at the back half of your year now. How has practice kind of changed? Is it similar? Is it a shorter practice? Just kind of explain how your days go.
I mean, it's not shorter practices, but I would say that coach is maybe more mindful of what we do in the practices, a bit more recovery, and like more letting the mind loose a bit, if you get what I mean, to just like not put too much pressure on us, but still have the sharpness.
Now, tell me a day in your lives. So, start with, do you live on campus, and then go into how does a day in life of a soccer player looks like in terms of classes, what you eat, when you eat, how many hours before practice, what you eat after practice to recover. Do you have any recovery activities before or after practice?
Yeah, so like for instance today, I woke up, got ready, ate like a little snack, like a granola bar, and then came here. After this, I'll have class at 10:30. After that, I'll get treatment. Then I'll get some lunch, go back to class, and then after that class, I'll kind of rest until like a light dinner. Before practice, get treatment like an hour before practice, and then usually after practice, I'll get like a little snack and go to bed and repeat.
Yeah, I usually wake up around 8 in the morning, go to the cafe, get a little breakfast to get the day going, go back to my room, do some stretches to get the body loose again. Then I go to my classes, often 2 classes in a row. After that, go get treatment, go back, often take a little nap to recover. Then, like she said, head early to the training, often an hour before to get some more treatment, to get ready. And then it's training, and then go back and eat and do stretches before bed as well.
So you guys right now as a team, number 4th in the country. Has there been any pressure throughout this run for you guys? You guys haven't even lost a game, just the 3 ties. Like, is there any pressure as the season comes to a close?
At least for me, and I feel like most of the guys, like we don't really feel the pressure because national rankings, I mean, they're great and all, but like we're focused on the region and hosting conference because for us that's a big thing to be able to host in Hayes. So yeah, like national rankings are great. Of course, we look at them, but like the difference between 4 and 5 and 2 don't mean as much as long as we're first in the region. So, but I don't really think there's that much pressure. It's just kind of like the next game.
Yeah, I wouldn't say pressure like that, but in the back of the head, we also know that like if we drop a game, we can fall back in the rankings pretty much. So, like of course every game is very important, but I wouldn't say pressure. Like,
And so yes, you're guaranteed to host the the GAC champs in Hayes, and so you bring in teams. And lately, you've been struggling a little bit at home against Roger State and SNU. Those are teams that you beat on the road, but struggled more at home. Does that sit in your mind that you need to put up a better performance because when they come to your home, they'll try harder?
To be honest, not really. Like, I think the SNU game was, unfortunate. And still at the Rogers game, I didn't think we played too bad. There's probably a couple chances that for all of us, like we wish we could get back. Yeah, I just feel like we're more confident at home. That's that's our place. We practice every day. We know the weather. We know everything. So for me at least, I would way rather play at home, and I'm more confident here.
yeah, against Roger, we had control at the game at home. Still, it was just 1-0, but we basically control the game. Was a bit unlucky with the 0-0 against the SNU, but as Street says, like coming here for other teams is not fun. Having to deal with the wind, our pitch, our team, and I much rather play here than go on a travel.
I mean, your field has probably got to be one of the best advantages in, I mean, definitely in this area for sure, just because of how it's kind of settled. It's just kind of in the middle of nowhere. Like you said, that wind, there's just nothing really blocking it. The heat, if it's hot out, but now as the weather starts, it could get really chilly out there too, for sure.
And so if we go a little bit on how the team plays, there's a lot of high pressure up the field that coach implements. There's a lot of direct passing play to the wings and then the middle. Now we have a striker and we have a midfielder. And I've been talking to coach, after every game. And sometimes he often says to me that the defense starts from the position of the striker, which is you, Bastian. So in practice or in your mind in a game, what are you trying to focus on?
I mean, like coach says, the defense starts from the front. And I usually play one of the top 3 positions, left wing, right wing, striker. And I mean, it's like this press starts. Like we need to be sharp to try to stop them early on, because like if we get the ball up there, we know we close to the goal and it's gonna be a scoring opportunity. And like you barely have any time to rest in the game. Like you need to be locked in all the time, be ready to everything. And
Yeah, I think for me in the midfield especially, like it helps a lot, with our front 3. Like they're so locked in on the press. Usually you'll get forwards who, they don't see defense as like their job, but like our front 3, like that's in the front of their brain, like press, because they know if they press well, they're gonna get the ball back, So yeah, with our style, like it's very, very much like go, but I think obviously it works to our advantage because the front 3 are always getting opportunities, and Bastian knows if he works hard, he's going to get more opportunities just from that.
So talk about the GAC a little bit. You guys have obviously that tournament coming up, and you're hosting. How excited are you for the tournament? And then also just talk about maybe a team or two that could be in the back of your head that you could possibly face.
For me, I'm not as familiar with the teams. Obviously, I've played everyone or about to play everyone twice. So to be honest, I haven't looked at anyone who we're gonna play. I mean, I know Rogers clinched, and I'm not sure the other 3 that could be in it. But I back us against anyone, to be honest. So I'm not really worried.
Yeah, I mean, I'm very excited for the conference tournament to come up. It's a chance to go back-to-back winners from that. But still, we have the Newman game in the conference first to end up the season without any losses. So, of course, that is the first we need to focus on. And as he said, Rogers clinched. I think it's Newman, Northeastern, and Snuda is fighting for the last spot. But to be fair, like, if we're going to win the conference tournament, we need to win against all of them at some point.
So for those who don't know, right now, Fortes clinched the first seed in the GAC. They will host the conference. Then Rogers State is second, and they clinched a playoff berth. And so we have 3 teams battling for the remaining two spots. It's NSU, Northeastern State University from Oklahoma, Southern Nazarene, and Newman. They're all battling for that final spot. So you guys play against Newman. Other than that, you already know you're going to host the conference here. Maybe take the pressure off going on the road and, take those trips on the bus. But talk about those trips, because you have to go every weekend. Sometimes you go between 2 cities in the same weekend. How does that feel that you have to, be on the bus for a few hours just before a game?
Lucky for us, if every away game except Newman, we spend the night before. So, we always eat good on the road. We are always at a good hotel. So for me, it's not that much of a difference, because we're on the bus, but I mean, we're getting a good night's sleep before, and we're having rest before the game, eating good. So, lucky for us, the road games aren't that much of a difference.
Yeah, I totally agree with him. Of course, sitting on the bus to Arkansas for 9 hours, of course, your body gonna be a little bit more stiff, but it's just something you need to deal with. We often arrive one day before, so get a good sleep, good nutrition and everything, and you should be good to go.
So you guys talked about a little bit earlier how you guys both get treatment a lot during just a normal day. When you go on the road, do you guys have a trainer that travels with you where you can get treatment?
Yeah, we all the time have a trainer with us to get treatment. Of course, it's harder to get like all the treatment we can do at home, and that's one point why I like to host a tournament, because we can get our regular treatment, we can get our daily routines in. But yeah, the treatment on the road is also good. It's not as good as here, but it works.
Now, I think there's a lot of issues with the student athletes during in season. It's not easy to maintain grades and keep up with the homework. How does that work for you two? How good are you doing there, and how understanding, I guess, the professors are?
Yeah, my professors are very understanding. I have 3 years under my belt of doing this, so for me, even in high school, you're oftentimes the same schedule as here, with club sports and life back there. So here, you're focused on those two. So for me, that's all I know. So I wouldn't know what it's like to do school without sports. So
Yeah, for me, coming from back home, of course I've done school with sports for a long time, but it's different to come here. So my freshman year, you need to learn how to be able to fix the school when you were traveling and everything. But like Street says, the professors are very understandable. They always try to help you, and you just need to get your time right and do your homeworks on the bus or the day off you have, and everything will be fine.
Yeah, I'd just like to say I appreciate you guys coming on today. It's been fun being able to chat with you and getting to learn more about you guys. Sure.
yeah,
Thanks
thank
for
you.
having us.